Breaking news: sanctions against Russia are extended by 1 year, per Biden. Pretextual sanctions against Russia have been expanded by 1 year thanks to Biden. Vice President Joe Biden has informed Congress of the administration's decision to keep sanctions on Russia in place for another year. According to today's letters to the Speaker of the House and the President of the Senate on the continuation of the national emergency with respect to specified harmful foreign activities of the government of the Russian Federation, Biden has extended the regime of anti-Russian sanctions imposed under the pretext of Russia's alleged interference into U.S. elections and violation of principles of international law by 1 year. U.S. national security and foreign policy remain in grave jeopardy as a result of the actions and policies of the government of the Russian Federation, the message states, citing Russia's purported annexation of Crimea and its use of force in Ukraine. It also claims that Russia is engaging in specified harmful foreign activities against America, including efforts to undermine the conduct of free and fair democratic elections and democratic institutions in the United States and its allies and partners, and malicious cyber-enabled activities against the United States and its allies and partners. Well-established principles of international law, including respect for the territorial integrity of states, the president says Russia is breaking. The current Washington administration has declared that Russia remains an exceptional threat to U.S. national security, foreign policy, and economic interests. Thus, I have determined that it is necessary to continue the national emergency declared in Executive Order 14024 with respect to specified harmful foreign activities of the government of the Russian Federation, Biden wrote. Incorrectly imprison the harshness with which Russia suppresses media freedom, and thus the truth, is demonstrated by a Wall Street Journal correspondent. This undated photo depicts Wall Street Journal journalist Evan Gershkovich. The State Department claims that in a rare phone call, Secretary of State Antony Blinken pleaded with his Russian counterpart to release Gershkovich immediately. Evan Gershkovich, a reporter for the Wall Street Journal, often said to his friends, "I just want to get the story right." Which the astute, risk-taking reporter, one of the few remaining Western correspondents in Russia, did on the regular. Getting the story right about what his arrest says about President Vladimir Putin's Russia and what the extraordinary effort to secure Gershkovich's release says about the West is crucial now that the 31-year-old, American-born son of Jewish Soviet émigrés has been arrested in Russia for alleged espionage, charges that the Wall Street Journal, the White House, media freedom organizations, and fellow journalists across continents deny. After a rare direct call to his Russian counterpart, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said, "In the strongest terms possible, we condemn the Kremlin's continued attempts to intimidate, repress, and punish journalists and civil society voices." The rhetoric from Blinken demonstrates how seriously the United States takes the matter. Russian espionage trials are typically held behind closed doors and have a low acquittal rate. A conviction could land Gershkovich in a Russian prison for up to 20 years. Blinken stated on Wednesday that he was absolutely certain that Gershkovich was being wrongfully detained. The designation is currently being reviewed by the State Department, and if Blinken's expert assessment is verified, the matter will be escalated to the attention of the Special Presidential Envoy for Hostage Affairs. Journal attorneys met with Gershkovich on Tuesday, reporting that he was in good health and grateful for the outpouring of support, which includes a guide to using social media to show your support.